NSFAS gives you a cap to say you can only use 42,000 on accommodation this year, right? I am Desire Semono on all social media platforms. So in today's video, we're going to be talking about what to pack for varsity / university / college, or whatever you call it. So as we may all know, matric results are about or have been released in South Africa. It's registration season, it's all those things. It's a very critical time in our economy, in our education, in our lives. The year is finally starting, right? So to the class of 2021, congratulations. To the class of 2022, good luck. And to everybody else, let's keep pushing. A little bit info about me. I am a BEd student at the University of the Witwatersrand. I came into higher learning in 2019. I matriculated in 2018, right? So I've been coming to university for a couple of years now. So it's very important to come prepared. You must always opportunities. There's a quote that I've come across throughout my life. It says opportunities will always come, but you must be willing to meet them halfway. And it's really important to try your best to just meet that opportunity. When you go to an institution of higher learning, after registering, you have to find accommodation, especially if you are away from home. If you are nearby home, then like me, for instance, I'm in Pretoria. If I went to the University of Pretoria, for instance, I'd probably not stay home, but somebody would stay home. You can use home, which is a great thing, to stay home as an accommodation. But if you're going in a different city, a different province, or probably even a different country, you may need to seek accommodation near the school. So you will have accommodation that is inside the school's accommodation, of which I don't have a lot of info about it, but I know it's very restricted. You don't have to bring a lot of things because a lot of things are already there. Off-campus accommodation are buildings, businesses, that are owned by other people, like South Point, Campus Africa, Studio, Burnett, all those things. The accommodation needs to be school accredited, right? It needs to be accredited by the university, right? And at the same time accredited by the funding that you'll be using, right? Because the funding will give you a cap, a max that would say, like last year, NSFAS gives you a cap to say you can only use 42,000 on accommodation this year, right? The place where you're gonna go, it can be accredited, by the university and accredited by the bursary, but the price is not workable. That is where you need to compare quotes, compare your prices and see what is workable for you and what are you willing to compromise. Because you'll find that at some place they have 1, 2, 3, but you can only get a double room, and then at one place they don't have 1, 2, 3, but you can get a single room. What is it that is most important to you, your privacy or amenities, right? Once you have figured that out, you have all these things that you want or need figured out, you sign a lease, you get accommodation, you get a room, you get your key. This is time now to go home and start packing, right? If you have that kind of access, because let me go back to the fact that I am moving in between Joburg and Pretoria, so it's easier and it's a little bit more affordable for me to move rather than somebody who's coming from a different province, right? I did have a fridge in my room, but the residence that I stayed in had a fridge, right? But the only problem that I had with the fridge was that the fridge was shared by an entire floor. I'm somebody who really, really values my privacy, like having a room to myself, having a fridge to myself, like having stuff to myself is really important to me, unless I just can't have those things, but they're very important to me. So I bought a fridge on my second year because I needed to have my own fridge. I don't want to leave things like this and find them another way. You find that there's certain races which they are affordable, but competition is high. Some students may have already booked there. Some accommodations you'll find that you only share a fridge with 3 or 4, let me just say 3 people, of which is really workable, you can live in that state, right? Microwaves, it's always there. Stoves are always there. Well, most of the time, if it's accredited, it has to be there, right? The only things that you will need to now go back to is toiletry, right? We are moving from that. You need to bring certain kind of clothes that I wish I knew that I could have bought when I came for my first year, because when I went for my first year, I brought, like, you know, lace tops, bodysuits and all those things, and it's not workable, especially now that I think we'll go back to contact learning. It's not workable. Sometimes you have a lot of books, a lot of courseworks that you're carrying, and you have this strappy top, and the weather is malfunctioning now, and oh my god. Carry t-shirts. T-shirts are your best friends. Hoodies are your best friends. Sweatpants, leggings, jeans. You know, when they take a child to preschool, carry basic clothing. You'll thank me later. And don't forget to pack some kind of formal wear, because again, opportunities will always come. You have to always stay prepared, right? And then moving forward from clothes, by that, a laundry basket. I don't know what you guys call these, pegs to hang your clothes, clothing hangers. You know, sometimes you'll find drawers, sometimes you'll find a locker that you'll need to hang your clothes, right? And then things that are just essentials, like nail clippers, combs, you know, the works, right? Pots, I have 2 pots. I just use them and clean them and use them again. This, I'm making sure that everything that I'm carrying, because these are a lot of things to pack and carry with you. It's a lot, and you don't want to have a lot of things with you, because you'll end up leaving and losing certain things as you move races and as you progress in your academic studies. Like, the journey to go to race is personal. You know, I can't say take this, take that. It's personal. Cutlery, plates, cups, dishcloths, oh my goodness, all those things. Most dresses, you'll find that they have an N. I don't know if that's what they call it in most languages. It's an N, man. I think where I come from, we call it an N. It produces hot water, right? But you can if you want to, and your toasters and all those things, right? Moving from that, stationery. Buy stationery. Like, I wish somebody had said this to me. Buy stationery, buy a diary, buy a planner. Oh my god. Buy a calendar, buy all those things. It will help you stay balanced, stay organized, and it will help you perform better, because when you're organized, everything is better. You know, you're not all over the place. You know what is gonna happen, when, how, why, what is the plan, you know, all those things, right? Material is very important. You can't be running around campus. Campus is huge. Like, I feel like the way they build campuses, they build them in a way where they are not workable in this day and age, because children of this day and age, we are very lazy. Well, at least me. That is possible to just pour water somewhere, because you'll walk for quite a long time on campus wondering where are taps, you know, where is the bathroom, and it's not there, right? So you can stay hydrated, because most of the time, I don't know if it's just birds, but the temperature is just odd, right? Moving right along from that, right? Once you have your stationery, have some kind of order.